Hi, this is Tony, K0OMH, and I have a very simple battery box build with an plastic ammo can from Cabela's here that I want to go over because there's lots of different ways to do these things. There's videos out there, and mine is not fancy. Mine is very simple, but some of these on YouTube and things are just beautiful and fancy and look nicer than this, but this is more on the practical side. It functions quite well. But really all we have is these Anderson power poles. I've got 4 of them. They're all 12 volts hooked up to the battery inside, which I'll show in a little bit. This is a little mounting thing that's just stuck on here with tape, double stick tape basically. I'll show you what that's about. It has a light that's actually very nice light. Some of these, like those pre-built ones you buy, have SOS and all this other stuff. The thing I like about this one, it's got a dimmer, so it can get super bright. At the lowest setting, it only uses like 100 milliwatts. On the highest setting, I think it uses like 1.5 or 2 watts. So it's adjustable. That's kind of nice. It's got the separate on switch, which is very nice. On the side here, nothing. On the top, nothing as far as holes or whatever. And we'll open this guy up. Yeah, this is my, let me just describe this real quick. A 500 watt pure sine wave inverter that I can plug into the Anderson power pole so that I can plug outlets in for up to 500 watts of AC on that. Open this guy up. It's a pretty simple setup here. I got a 640 watt hour LiFePO4 battery, lithium battery. I already had this meter here, which just monitors voltage, amps. It's kind of nice because it measures watt hours over time. So when this approaches 640, then you know this 640 amp hour battery is about dead, so you can kind of monitor the battery. It works pretty good. And then I have all the power poles fed through here. There's like the 4 power poles and then the lead that comes out and goes around here into the battery. And I only have one fuse in this whole situation, and that's right there. It's a 40 amp fuse right close to the battery there. I didn't want to go crazy with fuses. Maybe I'll do some more work on that someday and do it a little differently. But what's nice about this also is it's got some room to store a few things. This is the car charger with the Anderson power pole. I have this thing slid down there, which is a cigarette lighter converter kind of thing with a power pole. And what's nice about this, you can charge phones. Come on, let's get the light on here. Maybe it'll focus better. You can charge phones. It's got a lot of ports, and this is a high power one. So this one on the left, I think it'll do up to 200 watts. And the problem with those pre-built boxes that you can buy at the stores, they're limited to 10 amps. This one can do a lot more. Plus with the Anderson power poles with direct DC, I can do a lot more. And then what's nice is, oh boy, just put this right on here. It fits right on the side. If I want to take it out and use that, or I can just store it in the box and not use it. Most of the time, I'll just set up radios and use these and not use any other part. But if I want to charge a cell phone or something, I got all this stuff. Let's see, what else do we have in here? I got the charger in here. Let's see, this was like around 30 bucks. And it works pretty good. It's got settings for LiFePO4, and I charged this battery, which was mostly fully charged, but it's a 10 amp charger. So with the 640 watt hour battery, it's 6 or 7, 8 hour charge, 6 to 8 hours probably. I haven't ever, it's new, so I'm still testing it out, but it'll put about 10 amps into that battery when it's going. I did test that. So the nice thing about this setup is if I just want to take this thing and put it in the car, you know, I could go like this, use the cigarette lighter plug here, use the Anderson power pole to this guy, plug it together, and just use, then I'll have AC for the car if that's all I want to take. I can even charge the battery from my car by feeding this with DC, then the AC output into the charger, then the charger has an Anderson power pole that I can just plug right into here, charge the battery right from the car if I want to while it's running. And you know, maybe I'm driving 8 hours and I want to charge the battery, I could fully charge it with the car alternator easily enough. Let's see, the other thing, to keep the battery from wiggling around, I got some Jenga blocks and just a few different blocks down in there. And those are pretty sturdy. I just have this for the, that's the AC for that charger. And then I just have the Anderson power poles all in parallel directly to the battery with only that 40 amp fuse right here, which I may change that around a little. This is just new beginning of this project, but anyway, if you want something super simple and you can use it for a lot of different things, you can use these parts separately for different things, this is a good way to do it. The worry I have a bit about those pre-built ones, well, for hammer radio they don't work well because they're kind of limited to 10 amps on the cigarette output, and this you don't have that limitation. But the other thing is if like one little piece of those other ones go wrong, your charger, your AC inverter, whatever it is, then the whole thing's bad. Where with this type of a setup, they're separate components, so if something goes bad, you can just buy one separate component and not have a big box that's dead. So anyway, this is Tony, K0OMH, out.